but I'd go for that.
Will, that glove over in Link's house, that's a nice find early on.
Yeah, gonna be able to unlock a few additional locations, and here we get a map check.
So we have Swamp as our green pendant, with Skull Woods and Thieves Town as our other two pendants, and Turtle Rock is one of our 5/6 crystals. The other one is somewhere in the light world.
Yep, that is actually pretty good to see that you want to have more. On a typical Ganon seed, you like to see all those pendants in the Dark World, but Pendant Thieves Town, especially because in the inverted mode, is one of the only dungeons they can really access right now. So we'll have to see how the players feel about the pendant placement. Also, just one more quick mode. Shout out to getting to hear the Bunny Link music until we get the Moon Pearl. Normally don't get to hear this track much.
At least not very often. And Stumpy had a big 20, so Hitsuyan's going to farm up some rupees over here in the archery game. Quizbowl going north, finding that Bumper Cave Ledge has a 100 rupee on it, so probably not going to see that.
Yep, and for people who might be tuning in wondering why we're seeing this arrow house, for inverted seeds, this is sort of the equivalent of doing an early Houlihan, so that you get some cash and you can go over here, do the dig game, and just pay for some other early items.
Yeah, dig game takes 80 rupees, chess game takes 30 rupees, but you need 20 rupees before you can farm the archery game just to get those rupees to start with. And not going to argue with the early green potion there. It's a nice find once they get something to actually use it with.
Yeah, you know, again, in this mode, only dungeons that are easily accessible, Thieves Town, Skull Woods, and they might end up with progression locked behind blind. So if they find something like the Cane of Samaria or the Cane of Burna, that's going to be their blind kill item. Having a green potion in your back pocket, really helpful for that.
Quizbowl's trying to get into the back of Skullwoods here. He got grabbed while pushing that statue, and trying to get the statue in place with no weapon to kill these Gibdos. Not fun.
No, this is definitely some of that, the exquisite agony of the early inverted mode seeds that you just don't get to see much in the randomizer.
Now, Quizbowl was able to get 4 single bombs off of a tree pole. Hitsuyan has some bombs as well. We're going to see Hype Cave.
All right.
That's
so there's a lamp. So, Dark, can you remind me, what are the requirements for a forced AGA 1 in an inverted seed?
A lamp and a sword. You do not need anything to break the barrier because there's no barrier for the tower in inverted mode. AGA Tower is in Ganon Tower spot. Ganon's Tower is now where AGA Tower was. And yeah, there's no barrier to break to get into AGA Tower. And you even have a nice little stairwell to get up to the tower.
That's right. This entrance that Hitsuyan is near here, normally this is going to lead you to Bumper Cave, but in inverted mode, this is going to go right into the normal Light World dungeon caves. Or, I'm sorry, Death Mountain caves, and he is going to find the old man here. Now, he is still in Dark World, and that old man still has to be turned in the Light World.
Yeah, there is some bunny logic because of inverted mode. It is possible The old man could have the Moon Pearl, and we have to turn him in while we're a bunny. It's possible Spectral Rock, the inside of it, could have the Moon Pearl, and we could be expected to drop down and grab it in a few moments. Now, I don't think Hitsuyan actually checked all of Village of Outcasts because Quizbowl ended up with a bottle of red goo.
Yeah, that was in the C-shaped house, which Hitsuyan did skip. Gotta wonder if that was... I can't imagine that was intentional. It must have been just a slight oversight from... Oh my goodness, what is that bunny sprite?
I believe Desert was our 5/6 crystal, and that sprite.
That's right.
I think that's the merchant from the CDI Zelda. Or maybe that's the king. I think, no, it might be the king.
So we've got Desert Palace and Turtle Rock being our red crystals this evening. Both dungeons requiring what have traditionally been some of the most trolly items in a seed. That is, Desert needing possibly boots for that torch item. Turtle Rock, of course, needing that ice rod, which can be literally anywhere in the game except for Trinex and Ganon's Tower.
And one more note for inverted mode is that normally you have two options in the desert. You can either use the book or you can mirror in for Mire. But because you can't mirror in the dark world, you can only get into desert with the book in inverted mode.
So Quizbowl picking up his Power Glove and finally going through his Southern Dark World checks. Meanwhile, it looks like Hitsuyan is going to go into Skull Woods and sort of retrace the steps that Quizbowl has already taken here.
Now, another something to note for Hitsuyan. He was up on the mountain. He has that save and quit point. But he did not go and check Super Bunny Cave. Since you can walk up to the front of the tower, you can also walk right across the bridge, try to get past the Lionels, and get into Super Bunny Cave for the two items in there. And we have a death sync.
High five. That is a great point. We've got a couple locations still up in Dark World that are, or, I'm sorry, Death Mountain. Wow, really hard to say tonight. Waiting for us. Also, Thieves Town. Those first 4 chests, at least.
Thieves Town, they can get everything except for the big chest and blind right now. So it's possible all 4 items are available, but you really don't want to go into Thieves Town without a weapon if you don't have to.
Yeah, like that early portion of Thieves Town, probably, you don't want to do it, but you could do that in this state, but actually going deeper, anywhere over towards the left, towards the Hellway, not what you want to be seeing this early in a seed.
We're seeing some bomb strats from Hitsuyan. I was about to say he was getting lucky with those Gibdos, but they kind of wanted to prove me wrong for a second there. That's an awful lot of work for an awful lot of nothing, though.
I think inverted mode in a nutshell.
Fair point. Now, there are 2 possible ways past these Lionels if Quizbowl decides to go that route after dropping off the old man. You can either use a bomb to damage boost past them, or you can use their fireballs to damage boost past them, because the fireball only does 2 damage. Hugging the Lionel in green armor is 4 damage. Can't survive that one. And I believe Quizbowl just got either cabbaged or dead rocked.
Yeah, this is this is not this is a less than ideal situation. Let's just let's put it that way.
Well, if you have to take damage, you prefer to take the projectiles than hugging them, you know you're in a rough spot.
All right, so I think so for Hitsuyan, he's just finished Village of Outcast, and it looks like between Death Mountain and Thieves Town, he is choosing to dive into Thieves.
Looks like Quizbowl might follow him shortly. Quizbowl did not get into Spectacle Rock, though. And we're 2 chests in. We've got a small key and a big key. So could we have that unfortunate 4 dungeon items in the front? And Hitsuyan, those enemies like to hide out underneath those walkways. And yeah, unfortunately, it chose that moment to that spot to hide.
Two glorious deaths for the entertainment of you, the speed gating audience tonight. For both of our runners.
Oh my!
Oh, those mitts.
So normally we think of Titan's mitts as useless and inverted. Because if you have a glove, a hammer, and a moon pearl, the only thing you cannot access is King's Tomb. But if you don't have hammer, mitts will work perfectly fine.
You got some nice French vanilla mitts here. Let's see how far they're gonna make it through Thieves Town.
Now, there were 3 dungeon items in the front, so there's still 3 items left in the back here. And actually, this also means there is guaranteed an item on blind.
Yeah, that just has to be so frustrating. You get one item which could help with some progression, but otherwise, the front of Thieves Town just telling you, no, you have to commit to this play.
Also, I don't believe Mitts actually opens anything right at the moment.
Wouldn't it open, So with Mitts, we could access the portal above Village of Outcast. Now, what can we do in the bunny state in the light world?
Nothing, because we're blocked by hammer pegs and the rock.
That's right. We can't even make it to the Lost Woods item, can we?
Nope. And there's just a bottle up top, so there's one more chance at an item in here. Okay, so I might have misspoken. There is one dungeon item. However, we don't have the hammer to check the big chest, and we don't have a weapon to kill blind. So either way, there is still one item orphaned here in Thieves Town. You cannot bomb blind. So both of our runners making the Death Mountain climb, and I believe there has to be progression over in Super Bunny Cave right now.
Yeah, I can't for the life of me think of any other place that there could be something.
Yeah, because they opened up the back of the tail on Turtle Rock, so that way you can jump on top of the turtle in the Dark World, and you can lift that rock up. And both of our runners taking a death to the Lionels.
Oh, so brutal.
But the portal on top of Turtle Rock that leads into the Light World, it is completely surrounded by hammer pegs, so you cannot jump down off of there without the Moon Pearl and the hammer.
That's right. In fact, the hammer pegs look sort of like a mushroom from Mario, which I do not know if that was intentional or not.
I never thought of that, but Turtle Rock is the crossover dungeon, so it makes sense to make another homage to Mario there.
Oh, so close!
So up here on Death Mountain, we can't do Spiral Cave. I mean, Tom, we can't do Spike Cave because we don't have Hammer or an Invulnerability. They could do... Now, they could use the portal at the bottom of Death Mountain, and then Super Bunny Paradox Cave and Super Bunny Spiral Cave. That's not in logic, though.
But, I mean, if those checks aren't considered in logic, what else could be?
These two chests in Super Bunny Cave, I believe that's it. So, we got flippers.
Catfish.
Catfish, the Pyramid, and Palace of Darkness. And Hitsuyan's going to check the medallion for Turtle Rock just in case. And I believe that's Ether. And while he's up here, we are going to see a Super Bunny. Now, I was mistaken with Paradox Cave. Even though you can achieve Super Bunny in Paradox Cave, you still can't use items, so you can't lay bombs to actually get to any of the chests. So he can only do Spiral Cave with the Super Bunny glitch. Oh, and that item was also completely in logic. Oops.
Great reading the seed for Hitsuyan, but yeah, dude, he is taking that that death since there wasn't really too much value up there.
He could have went and checked Spiral Cave, but he was on 1 heart, and it's kind of hard to dodge the mini Moldorms as a bunny without being able to knock him out of the way.
Alright, so we've got both of our runners synced up again here.
After all the Lionel deaths and shenanigans, pretty good. And we still have a bit of sync going on because they're both going to check the pyramid first.
Quizbowl having a spot of bad luck there. Looks like he's making it through to the pyramid at least.
Well, I think at this point they won't turn away a piece of heart.
It's definitely one of the rare circumstances you'd take that heart piece.
Dark World is not a place you want to be with 4 hearts. Not like they have a choice right now, though.
Unfortunately, Quizbowl, I don't think he made it quite as far into Thieves Town as Hitsuyan did, so he is not going to get that heart refill.
Yeah, hopefully he can make it back, because he still has to deal with some 2-heart enemies. I believe these Dark World Octoroks also deal 2 hearts of contact damage. So what's Grumpy Fish number 1 have for us?
There! That catfish is so vain.
Oh no. Oh no. I just realized what that puts in logic right now. Anyone want to go to Laser Bridge? Wait, they don't have an invulnerability item. Laser Bridge isn't in logic yet, but Laser Bridge is still 4 chests, so that could be a thing. And even if Laser Bridge itself isn't in logic, there are still some other chests in Turtle Rock that does put in logic.
Yeah, so, oh, wow. Now, do we have Tower of Hera access now?
We do not. You specifically have to have Hammer to get over there.
Okay, from the Turtle Rock portal.
Yeah, your only access is to go from East Death Mountain over to the left because you can't mirror on top of Spectral Rock because you can't mirror in the Dark World.
Yep, and that is, of course, neglecting whether or not we even have the Moon Pearl, which still 25 minutes deep into an inverted seed, not a great position to be in.
Yeah, now we're going into Palace of Darkness without the bow.
Or a weapon of any kind outside of those bombs.
Their locations are running thin. I'm expecting at least a small key in this chest. That's the wrong size.
Yeah, you were saying?
So we'll probably see a potion glitch, but to be perfectly clear, Pod's not in logic right now. I mean, they will potion glitches to try to find something, but this is not where the seed wants you to go. So we have cash held by someone friendly. That could be Zora, that could be Bottle Vendor, that could be Sahasrara. There's still a lot of someone friendlies it could be.
Speaking of friendly NPCs, can we get the item off of the Smiths as a bunny?
We can. How do we get to the library in Light World right now, though?
Yeah, this... oh, man. I feel like my brain is basically just saying buffering, rendering, attempting again.
Hey, I've run 5 races in this tournament. 3 of them have been inverted. I've had to get used to this.
Yeah, because it's tricky because you can get to Light World, but once you're there above Kakariko, you're kind of not left with a lot of options other than admiring the scenery.
And Hitsuyan only found 1 small key in the back.
Well, say what you will about this seed, it is at least linear, not leaving a whole lot of options on the table.
So, a little bit of pre-race banter. They were hoping for at least no 3-heart bosses, and Quizbowl saying, please no 3-heart Ice Palace. They're kind of getting their wish.
This is definitely like the sort of monkey's paw, tortured, corrupted version of that wish.
Now Hitsuyan's going to take advantage of this rupee room. Well, I guess
literally just a rupee room.
It's like, yeah, I don't need any more of these. We're good.
Alright, so Dark Maze. 2 hearts left. No potions, I believe. He chugged his red on Death Mountain, spent his green before, so he has got to live through this Dark Maze to get these chests.
Yeah, these fireballs deal 1 heart of damage. If he touches one of them, though, he is dead. There's Boots. You know what? We actually shouldn't be very happy about that for one simple reason. Those boots don't unlock anything.
That's right. Another item that in normal mode seed, you would not turn your nose up at it when you're stuck like this. Not going to help us at all right now.
I can't even give a good what are those, because it does nothing. Wait, it does something. There is the bonk chest in Hookshot Cave.
Oh my god!
Hitsuyan has immediately realized that.
Oh my god! Oh wow, the legend! The legend could be happening!
I am going to laugh yeah, Hitsuyan can take a small drink break there. I want this chest to give the fire rod. Because if it gives the fire rod, then that leads him over to Ice Palace. And this bonk chest is in logic.
The Moon
That's
Pearl!
Now, this gives us some information, actually. We know that the bow is not locked behind the boots and is not locked behind the Moon Pearl. Because you had to have the bow to get the boots to go and get that Moon Pearl.
So that leaves us with, yeah, what? Bow and Turtle Rock?
Yeah, there's got to be something in Turtle Rock. And Quizbowl, unfortunately, getting hit by those Kidongos there.
Oh, it looks like Quizbowl is going to give up on Pod for now. We'll have to see where he goes, but he needs to get back in there and get those shoes, or find the vanilla route.
Yeah, he needs to find out where the bow is, because the bow unlocks all that in logic. He's also... Well, no, he would have been able to go through the front door. But Hitsuyan, almost 32 minutes in, finding the first sword.
Alright, and so he's getting the first sword. Additionally, the Ether Medallion, which we'll need for Turtle Rock, so we do need that to finish off this seed.
Well, not necessarily. You can jump down and use the mirror to access the other entrances of Turtle Rock in inverted mode.
Yep, that is definitely true. To access the hint in Turtle Rock.
If you have the Red King, you can actually come from the back and get all the way up front. But it is a lot easier to do it through the front. And Quizbowl is looking kind of stumped right now.
Quizbowl is this is basically a visual representation of how I feel right now, so huge amount of sympathy for him.
Yeah, inverted is definitely a much higher initial amount of skill, as well as a lot of brain power. Big brain for this one.
So Quiz going back in Thieves Town, he did not clear all the way to the Maiden like Hitsuyan did. So I think he's thinking that he might have left something in the back there.
Well, we found that bow.
Hitsuyan sniping the bow before he gets destroyed by those chain chomps.
And Hitsuyan is now in logic.
So yeah, 5 hearts, green mail, Turtle Rock, dip requirement to get your first weapon. This is not a kind seed.
Also, how many times did the seed expect you to dip Death Mountain? I'm going to take the silence as way too many.
I think the logical number was 3.
Now, Laser Bridge, since Hitsuyan does not have an invulnerability item or the Mirror Shield, this is technically not in logic yet. Laser Skip is not in logic.
and not easy with that current health and mail combo.
I believe those I-beams do... it's either 2 hearts or 4 hearts. I think we're going to find out real soon. 4 hearts!
I don't think Hitsuyan's too concerned. He's only been back in logic for about a minute and a half now, so probably thinking, I'll just duck right back out again. No big deal.
So one neat little trick you can do is take one of the doors and go back in, take a fall to get invulnerability frames, and then just dash right through the beams anyway through your invulnerability frames.
It's not a bad idea, and definitely something open to them with those boots.
At this point, how many deaths does it take? They're quick deaths, so who really cares?
Let's hope this seed doesn't make it look like it's tempting to fake powder, because we don't want that hard reset. I want to see the death counter at the end of this.
Well, he did a save and quit, so Hitsuyan's keeping all those deaths. And he also checked everything he could over there in Turtle Rock. I believe he checked the lava chest as well.
So, how about the architecture we're about to see here in Ice Palace? There's a little gap going on.
All you can see here is the hint tile. The useless hint tile.
All right, nice in keeping with the spirit of this seed.
Now, Hitsuyan would still need the hammer to clear pod, so we're going to see some Light World action out of him. Now, that small island, there was a dock there that he can come up. They can come up on because inverted mode, that's your only way up there. And Quizbowl taking another death to the Lionels. I believe there was a heart container on that island, though. I'm kind of surprised Hitsuyan didn't grab it, since he's still on green mail and still on 6 hearts.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't grab that. I'd be very surprised if he didn't make a quick beeline back there for it right now. Quizbowl, he is struggling a little bit here up on Death Mountain, but as we know, this is the logical play to make. He needs to get over to Turtle Rock, mirror in, and grab that bow. He just has to, just maintain that mental fortitude and be like, I can do this, I can push through this stuff, just not get frustrated and try to look elsewhere.
And that heart over on the island, yeah, that was the Sank heart.
Oh, it's always nice to find that.
And Quizbowl's made his way over. So, I heard you like fetch quests.
Yeah, and hey, he is very close to that witch's hut right now.
At least, with that portal, at least he's over here with 500 rupees.
But no matter how much money you have, you can still get trolled by the master scam artist.
Yeah, those were some fairly expensive bombs. And Hitsuyan skipping the heart container over on the Zora ledge. I mean, at this point, I can't really blame him. That's a bit farther out of the way.
I don't know. I mean, it's a little out of the way, but on the other hand, still got green mail. So your next option's still not looking that great from a defensive perspective. I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, if he dies and that heart would have saved him, we'll see it and we'll know it.
Quizbowl unfortunately took the wrong drop. He missed the ledge. Is going to have to go back up. Hitsuyan might be expecting to make. Hey, guess what? That heart would have saved him.
There he goes, right there. So is that commentator's curse?
We can call that commentator curse.
It's alright, I've been called a witch enough times at this point.
And Quizbowl's doing Laser Bridge first, so unfortunately he's not going to be getting his bow just yet.
Yeah, not only is this, it's just sucks for Quizbowl to be spending all this time, but we know there's nothing on Laser Bridge at all. He's not even going to get a consolation prize out of this place.
And it's also not in logic. Now, Hitsuyan, I wouldn't be surprised if he's expecting to have an extended stay in Light World. He'll have access to Kakariko Village. He'll have access to Eastern Palace, which he can full clear. He has access to this hint tile. That's giving him information he already knew.
Shame too, because that would have been a fantastic hint to find in a Spectacle Rock Cave.
Yeah, because they would have went straight over to Super Bunny Cave. Quizbowl's going to use those invincibility frames. Unfortunately, they ran out just in time for him to get bodied by the beetle again.
Hitsuyan almost in a bit of a tight spot there, and we might have seen another one of those single heart escaping death, but I did not pick it up at Zora Ledge sequences.
Oh, and Quizbowl got knocked off the ledge again.
Well, he's persevering, which is important. Meanwhile, Mini Moldorm Cave. Whoa, that was a hammer, blue mail, and the magic cape.
All things they would have loved to have seen about 30 minutes ago.
Alright, so with that extra defensive upgrade to make Dark World not so dangerous anymore, that hammer, I think we've finally hit the point where this seed is opened up for us. Actually, you know what? In inverted mode, Mini Moldorm Cave technically is Hype Cave.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense there. Alright, so where's Hitsuyan going now? Oh! We're going to see a mushroom turn in.
Let's see what the witch is brewing up for us today.
Now, I would like to bring up something about the death counters. Because you did mention something earlier about wanting to see them. And that's just a big 20 for the mushroom. Not that great. So when you finish a seed, it gives you that number on your screen when you load up the seed, or when you load up the file. And it doesn't match your death counter usually. I actually had one that said 999, even though the death counter was only like 12-ish. Quizbowl's going to try a damage boost and didn't quite work.
So as Quizbowl continues to tangle with this final chest, Hitsuyan clearing out Sahasrar's closet, not finding anything particularly useful in there.
Oops!
So,
oops.
Thank you for the follow, I guess, whoever the hell that was.
Well, now hold on. Remember, this is on 20-minute delay, so that follow was from 20 minutes ago. Quizbowl's having some problems with this laser skip. It's really unfortunate because, as we've said, this is not in logic without invulnerability, so his progression cannot be here.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it really does look like Quiz is just not sure where to go. He knows that he can get here, regardless of whether or not it's in logic, and he is just reaching like a drowning man for anything he can reach. Just something to help him move forward in this seed.
And meanwhile, Hitsuyan is going through Eastern Palace. Whether or not he gets anything from here, it will be a crystal. And he has the mirror, so right after this, he can mirror from Light World to Dark World and immediately finish clearing out Pod because he has the bow and he has the hammer.
That's right, that mirror doing the nice inversion reversal.
I don't think we're going to be seeing Mirror Shield. So we've got a shield and some cash locked behind the big red bomb. So Pyramid Fairy's dead. And Quizbowl's got it. He got the item. He got his disappointment. And Hitsuyan with that rupee refill. That's another big 300. Quizbowl. Okay, it looks like he knows to go back up the mountain into another Turtle Rock entrance. So he will be making progress soon. No! Oh, wait. That's a connected bridge. Never mind. Doesn't matter which one he goes in. That one works. And the laser's saying hi again.
Yeah, just walking through that door, and there they are.
So the way you get through there is when you go in, you immediately go right. And if you're on the far right wall, they cannot hit you. Just like that.
There we go. Come on, chat. Give Quizbowl your energy. He's so close.
So I'm pretty sure Hitsuyan chose these settings. So I think Hitsuyan chose a winner here. He's got that mirror prepped, so he's got his first crystal in Eastern Palace at the 51-minute mark, and he'll be mirroring the pod to take that on momentarily.
So, how often do you get to say 51 minutes into a seed, you get your first crystal, and it was still Eastern Palace?
Oh, yesterday, I commentated worse. It was an hour in when they killed Aga and still didn't have their first crystal. Let that one sink in for a moment.
I don't want to, I don't want to play the 1-up game. I think that's a little, don't want to be that guy. But I will say I did comment the game with a required double dip Aga 1.
Oh, good grief. We're starting to make this one look tame. I don't think we need to do that.
Oh, and did Quiz... He got to the chain chomps. Did he just miss that bow? Oh, no, Quiz!
No. He doesn't have his sword, so you have to bomb it. And he ran out of bombs. So he couldn't hit the switch to actually get there.
This is a mean seed. This is the kind of seed you put it on a USB drive, you take it out behind the house, and you smash that thing with a hammer.
You start by smashing that thing with a hammer.
Then we can move on to the heavy industrial equipment.
We'll get a chainsaw, maybe a power drill. See if we can find a jackhammer from somewhere. I think Quizbowl is taking a moment to compose himself right now because the tilt has to be very real right now.
I would not be surprised if right now he has stepped away from his keys and is fixing himself an adult beverage.
Buckle up, it's gonna be one of those seeds. These are actually not ideal conditions for Helmasaur either.
Yeah, definitely could be better, but Hitsuyan still making it through, getting his second crystal, and the bug nets.
Anyone want to climb Aga Tower? I'm going to leave that thought behind for a moment. Because we still haven't checked Lumberjack Ledge.
That's true, and we do have those boots.
And the sword.
Although, I think for Quizbowl right now, if he could just walk into Aga Tower and clear it, he'd feel relieved. Oh, going for that hint almost made it.
I think that hint was garbage, though. So, Hitsuyan going to the most dense location in the game, we get to see Kakariko. Oh, no one did see that hint. The flute is in plain sight somewhere.
Interesting. So we've seen Zora's Ledge. We have not seen Lumberjack, which I think qualifies for that.
Yeah. Lumberjack, Desert Ledge, the Graveyard Ledge actually counts as well.
Interesting that counts. Huh.
Of course, it could also be on the Torch and Ganon's Tower.
Oh.
It's in plain sight. We got another sword, and we got a shovel.
Alright, so we are almost out of our fetch quest items.
Unfortunately, oh, Hitsuyan with the red mail. He's 10 heart red mail. He's set defensively. So Quizbowl looks like he's retracing his steps here. That's it's a bit unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but also totally understandable at this point. You know, he's just thinks he knows that he's broken logic, still got nothing. He just has to be thinking, all right, I must have done something wrong. It can't be the seed at this point. But the unfortunate truth, Quiz, is it's not you, it's the seed.
Yeah, this point needs to get some bombs. I said bombs, not arrows, sick kid. I wonder if he's even thinking about the Chain Chomp room. Because
I think that he was there and he couldn't do it, and I think that what happened was that just got added to a list of locations in his mind that are very painful to get to right now, and he is really hoping to find something simpler.
Yeah, but the fact that he got there, he could bomb his way through it is completely in logic, as cruel as that sounds.
But again, we still don't know if Quiz knows about the logical disparity between Laser Bridge and that other section of Turtle Rock. That's something we'll have to ask him later if we can get an interview.
And the bow itself has not actually... I don't believe it's actually led to anything. I mean, other than getting the boots and the Moon Pearl, if Quizbowl could have sequence broken and gotten those boots, he could have left that bow for a while.
Yeah, that's a great point. That bow not having been needed at all, except for the pod completion and Eastern Palace, which again just grabbing crystals.
And the seed is trying to hand Hitsuyan more money.
He does not seem to be wanting to go for it.
He's already paid all the ripoff artists, and he still has 700 and some change.
Yeah, and picking up that half magic, that's a nice item to find. Obviously not critical for seed completion, but fantastic convenience.
Yeah, it's nice when you've got Crystal Ice Palace and Crystal Turtle Rock to do, and a swag shovel dash.
That's a very nice dash trick. And yeah, and Plus, that'll give us a nice little offensive boost if we can find that Fire Rod or the Cane of Samaria. Still, both still escaping us so far in this seed.
Hitsuyan might be thinking Desert Mire area.
Yeah, he does know that he did. Oh, actually, did he get that flute hint, or was that just Quizbowl?
I think that was just Quizbowl.
Because that desert ledge could be holding that flute, and Hitsuyan has full access.
Hitsuyan does not have access to Desert Ledge.
Wait, couldn't he use them? Oh, this. Oh.
Inverted.
My sincere apologies to chat. It's been very. I won't even make up any excuses at this point.
So Quizbowl, he's checking some of the caves right now. The normal exit to the Old Man Rescue Cave is the exit to the Death Mountain Escape Cave. So, yeah, it changed that because of inverted. You can see where it spits out. Yeah, it doesn't actually work like you want it to.
And there we see Ether for Meyer, so we are done gathering our medallions. Our last great hope, that Bombos medallion for a Fire Rod locked in Ice Palace.
Yeah, we can still get that.
Yeah, if you want to track, commentate, or restream anything here in our Link to the Past tournament, please join the Discord. There are a couple of forms to fill out. We are always looking for volunteers. We always have races that need people. We are more than happy to have you come aboard and help us out.
Yes, this group stage requiring around 700 and some odd races. And
so it's 720 races total.
Yeah, there's only so many of us. We will take help.
There we go.
That's a book for desert. That is 100% required because of inverted.
And plus, with that Master Sword, we have got an Ether tablet, which he can walk to, and the Bombos tablet.
And once again, another change to inverted mode. Since you normally would have to mirror up there, they just made a little ladder up there for you.
Yep, literally a ladder up to Bombos and a nice little bridge over to... oh, that exists already. I was thinking Floating Island.
Yeah, we already saw the bridge. I don't think we actually said anything about it yet. Back of Escape, not really having much. Just a shield, a map, and a key.
Hitsuyan going to finish it up, grab that Sank chest. Probably gonna dive right back down there and check the Zelda escape area.
Yeah, he can either jump down and check the Dark Cross, or he'll have to go to Hyrule Castle to check the 3 chests in the dungeon. So that we're an hour 5 in, our seed, Hitsuyan has mostly busted open this seed, but there's still a few things left that can That can cause a few problems. It's a piece of heart on the lumberjack ledge, so Aga's not required. But with
That's right, that is Aga dead.
But with that pendant layout, we could easily see an ice rod on the ped. Though I think that's a given for almost any seed until you see a pendant turtle rock or find the ice rod.
That's true. But yeah, on the ped, we could still get what? We could still get Cane, Ice Rod, and Bombos on there, I think.
Yep, that seems right. And get your ped hype in chat because we're about to see a ped check. And just 3 bombs.
Oh, that's a shame. So, aside from the 3 items that could have been on the pedestal, we are still looking for at least 3, possibly 4 items for our Go mode. I'm sorry, 4, possibly 5.
Yeah, we definitely need the fire rod. Yeah, we definitely need the fire rod, the ice rod, the red cane. If they don't know how to hover, then we need the hook shot. And if fire rod is in Ice Palace, then we need bombos. And they're silver arrows.
Alright, so we'll at least have a clean Phase 4 Ganon. Still have the Master Sword, but we have plenty of game to get through. Not finding the Tempered Sword? Not seeming likely, but we'll see.
We also saw a flute in plain sight.
That's right, another item that's technically not required right now, but a great quality of life.
Yeah, with the Mitts plus hammer, that makes for some easy light world access once you flute around in the dark world to the right portals. Cash requiring the hammer, that's not... Okay then!
Hitsuyan, please.
And we got the...
Was that 20 minutes ago? Is this happening?
It looked like he turned something off, so he might have it fixed. Quizbowl is getting chased up the mountain by a bee.
That's could have been another subtitle for the seed.
You know, it'd be nice if that bee actually followed him over this bridge so he could use the bee to damage boost across the Lionels.
That would be fantastic. And getting bodied by that Lionel, but managing to just barely survive there.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes when the Lionels shoot, they don't line up just right, and you don't get hit by the fireball. And you end up... just running into the Lionel, which is 4 hearts of damage. kind of hurts. Kind of been killed by that a couple times too.
Quizbowl wisely deciding to invest in some potions here before his next dive.
Gonna make sure to heal up too. Fourth time's the charm for Hitsuyan.
A little bit of difficulty getting that that torch lit, but I think we've all been there struggling to light a fire, so understandable.
It was one of those trick birthday candles. Putting those silver arrows to use. If I was counting his items correctly, Lamolus does not have an item.
Yep, because Hitsu did already go and check the right side, the vanilla big key chest desert.
And Quizbowl's getting those arrows. He has to go over to that chain chomp chest. And those dead rocks are not agreeing with him.
Quiz, no!
Oh no!
So, Quiz is doing, once again, another ascent of Dark Mountain. I have to say, his persistence is really impressive. I'm not sure if I was in his boots, I would have the willpower to still be doing anything in this seed.
These inverted seeds can be very cruel. This is not the only instance we've seen of just some severe difficulty in the early game and just having to chug through it.
Yeah, this is punishing, and they're bodied again. That unfortunate fireball body combo taking him out. But there we go. Quiz still going at it.
And Hitsuyan over on the ether tablet finding the bacon sword.
Alright, so Hitsuyan in a great position for Ganon now between the silver arrows and the tempered sword and the red mail. Could not ask for any more value items, just the things he needs to complete the seed, just like that fire rod.
I was about to say that there's still more value right there. Compass and cash on the left side of swamp, so we will not be seeing the left side swamp today. At least not from Hitsuyan.
Yep, that is two very valuable hints there. That confirming we do not have to go to left side swamp. I believe we previously received a hint telling us that we can avoid the pyramid fairy, so no need to go there either.
Yeah, we're getting some very time-consuming checks that we don't have to make.
Oh, another good one.
That, I believe, was old news.
Oh, true. Well, if this was an inverted seed, normally you don't get to Graveyard Ledge before Tower of Hera.
True. And that fire rod will probably lead Hitsuyan straight to Ice Palace right after this.
Yeah, with this current equipment, the only thing that would be a little tricky about that is the lack of hook shot. So he will be needing to possibly do a bomb jump.
I like butter with my bacon, by the way.
Oh.
Now, you mentioned the lack of hook shot for Ice Palace. It is possible, however, I have seen it, where Cold Stare himself has the hook shot. And Quizbowl, I feel like that's just a slap in the face.
Yeah, Quiz still having a rough time of it. He's on Death Mountain. He knows that he needs to do something up here. It's just a question of how long until he gets there. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan, I don't think I have ever seen that bonk.
I've seen it. The bonk itself isn't in logic, but he could have gotten that way anyway. So, not a sequence break.
Very nice move. Very nice.
So it looks like he's going to go ahead and check this lava chest and then go back into the light world and take care of Mimic Cave. And Quizbowl is trying to find something.
I think that Death Mountain has finally sort of broken Quizbowl for the time being. Looks like he's going to be trying to find something else somewhere in other places in Dark World or in Light World. Maybe just going to be retracing his steps again. Maybe trying for something new. We see there he is checking that little place. If AGA 1 had been completed, there would be a portal there that would take him to the Light World, sort of mirroring the original Castle Gate change in a normal mode seed, where defeating AGA 1 gives you a portal to the Dark World if you go through the main gates of the castle.
Yeah, we have to give props to developers for making this mode work as well as it has been. I think the only minor issues I've seen so far with it is just the music changes, but we like our bunny music. Don't change it.
Yeah, I think you also, I believe you also get the Light World Overworld music when you flute, right?
Yes, you're right, but and you only have the bunny music while you have the Moon Pearl. I mean, while you don't have the Moon Pearl. If you don't have the Moon Pearl, you have the bunny music. If you flute, as you said, you get the Light World Overworld music.
These are just minor issues. Definitely, everything that the devs have done with this has been phenomenal. The fact that they could even conceive of and implement this mode is a tremendous feat. What?
Oh, okay. Well,
what is that hint?
That's that's the first time I've ever seen it call anyone a numpty.
How was that not a green hint?
Okay, we needed that laugh. Thank you.
This game just has... There are depths that we have yet to plumb.
I thought the seed had an attitude before. Come on! So to restate what Quizbowl needs, he can, following the logic, he would need to go into the middle of Turtle Rock and make his way over to Laser Bridge. If he wants to sequence break, he can get a potion, go into Pod. In fact, I think he might have opened the front door so he can get there. So he can get there now. And go into the Dark Maze and get the boots. Boots leads to Moon Pearl, and he can get some exploration in that way. The bow itself did not unlock anything more besides the sequence broken boots, which leads to the Moon Pearl.
That's right, and Quizbowl has already done a lot of that pod dip. He unfortunately did die just before making it to that boots chest. So if he had made it a little bit further, he would have those boots, which would give him Moon Pearl access. So that is now one of two things that might help him open up the seed. He's going to have to either choose to go back into Pod and make his way back to that Dark Maze, or go to Turtle Rock, follow the seed logic, and go to that Chain Chomp room.
Now, with all the rechecks he's been doing, I am really surprised he hasn't dipped back into Pod.
You know, maybe he does not have the key count of Pod in his mind, and he might not be thinking yet. Maybe he doesn't think he has any keys to do anything in Pod, or maybe he's just been putting that off because we are now seeing this Thieves Town dip. We know he left I believe a small heart piece in the upstairs area. So maybe after this turns up drive for him, he's going to head into Pod again.
And Ice Pal's making a bold prediction that Hitsuyan would want more bombs. Actually, I wouldn't mind having more bombs.
Yeah, especially with the V30. Definitely, you really feel that lack of bomb and arrow capacity upgrades on some of these seed settings.
Yeah, in some cases you even find yourself routing to Ice Palace at a specific point, just to buy the upgrades to refill your bomb and arrow stock.
Yeah, that is definitely a play that I have seen runners do in this tournament.
You take every advantage you can get.
Okay, so Quizbowl just sort of repeating the chest game there. He's already gotten what he needs out of there. Looks like... do you think he's going to dip into Skull Woods again?
It's looking that way. Hitsuyan about to drop into Cold Stare, loaded for Bear.
Yeah, I would not want to be a cotton candy eyeball encased in ice right now.
So, the Fire Rod, each Puffball would die in 4 Fire Rod shots. They also die in 4 Butter Sword slashes.
And look at that.
Just like that.
The ultimate fair treat, butter-covered, deep-fried candy corn eyeballs. Delicious.
Yo, when you mix enough of those together, it stops sounding good.
You know, maybe it's one of those things, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, but there's no one around me that's selling deep-fried, buttered, candied eyeballs. Not even on Halloween.
Well, you know, all the Halloween candy's cheap right now. Maybe we should go out, grab some eyeballs and try this out.
Nah.
I'm disappointed in your lack of vision, but I accept it. So, after an hour and a half of leaving his uncle in the sewers, Hitsuyan going to say hi, grab a little bit of love.
Wait, that was actually an uncle. So he's been holding out on Moon Pearl this whole time?
I guess, and it looks like he's going further. He's going to see what is down by Zelda.
Looks like he's going to do the Dark Cross first, and then mirror back and check and go down and check the dungeon.
Yeah, that would definitely be the better routing.
Quizbowl's back on the mountain. He's in the right area. And there's nothing more enjoyable than running through the halls of Hyrule Castle, the butter sword out, killing all the guards you see. Unless it also includes finding a hookshot there.
What? Who keeps a hookshot there? Honestly.
Yeah, almost anyone can come up and wait, there's someone guarding it. Why did you let them steal our hookshot?
I mean, was he even guarding it? I think he could have walked into that room, grabbed the hookshot, and died and still had it. And oh! What?
So Hyrule Castle was loaded? And Quizbowl's in Turtle Rock.
I mean, it's an inverted scene, so I guess we shouldn't be shocked to see escape stacked, right?
I mean, this was hype cave levels of stacked, though. This was multiple required items.
Yeah, that just knocked out the last of what we needed, aside from the incredibly trolly ice rod. But we still have a couple dungeons that can be full cleared before we really need the ice rod that badly. And plus, in inverted mode, we can return to Turtle Rock halfway through. And wait. Oh!
Oh, no.
I just wanted to give him a quick moment of silence so that he could do that room, but instead it's a moment of silence for another death.
He's going back in, though. He's making the right play.
Come on, Quiz.
It's a hard play to make at this point, but it's the right play.
You got that tenacity. You can do it.
Props to Quizbowl for sticking through this, though.
You're a scrapper. Chat, let's see that energy for Quiz. He is so close.
Now, Hitsuyan's dipping into mire. I believe it said there was cash in the left side. Wait, that was a swamp.
That was a swamp. Yeah, we did not get the mire hint this seed.
We got 2 out of the 3 double item hints. Oh!
Come on, Quiz. You still got this. That's right. You still got plenty of bombs. You can do it. All right. That was unfortunate, but still.
Yeah, that bomb counter. We got to watch for that bomb counter ticking down for him.
Come on, Quiz. Continue. You got this. That's right. The lasers can only set you back so far. You've got this.
Hitsuyan has found the big key for Meyer. This is the God Meyer.
Unfortunately, he cannot take advantage of it because he needs the ice rod, which can be anywhere.
I think at this point, you grab the one chest here, and you just go back and take advantage of it and hope he's got it.
I don't know. He just grab that map. I mean, at least grab that one additional chest that's on that the netting in the big room here, and then maybe leave fire for after Vitreous. All right, here we go. Quiz. Nice dodge. Come on, Quiz.
Second dodge.
Yes!
You got it!
1 hour, 31 minutes, and 6 seconds. His persistence paying off. Quizbowl gets that bow and proceeds logically in this seed. Let's get all the hype for him, chat. Come on. He has been knocking his head against this for an hour, and he still made it.
I kind of wish I also had his stream up just to see his reaction for that.
You know, I completely understand if he is just either angry or just having zero reaction to that having just happened to him. But for us here, having watched him suffer through this seed, having to still push through it, you know, push through the pain, made his way and got that bow, that was great. That was amazing to see.
And we have had races this tournament where, you know, top two sextile runners have had about that much issue. So it's not completely unreasonable for Quizbowl to think he still has a shot at this, that Hitsuya might have had similar problem. Unfortunately, in this run, it's not the case. Hitsuyan is an ice rod from go mode, but Quizbowl able to make it through. That's some perseverance.
Absolutely. And meanwhile, Hitsuyan having those silvers, quick work of the big eyeball and his little eyeblets. Quizbowl, meanwhile, about to find the other item that he just barely missed in one of his earlier dips.
And using his newly acquired bow to get a little bit of revenge on those things. Right in the butt.
So Quizbowl, unfortunately, not going to be able to finish up here. We'll have to see where he goes from here, because he's going to have to leave Pod. Is he going to immediately head to Eastern Palace, or is he going to go and check those boots locked locations?
I think those boots locked locations are all he has right now.
That's true. Again, Moon Pearl, Eastern Palace.
Yeah, he's got to go up to Hookshot Cave now.
So yeah, he's probably, you know, now that I think about it, probably about as confused as he was before. Like, I guess maybe I could do one chest in Bonk Rocks. I'm sorry, Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, wrong world there.
One day I'll get it.
And Hitsuyan is going to go into the front of Turtle Rock now, probably hoping for the Ice Rod in Turtle Rock and just be done with this. Thanks, game. And Lionel.
Oh. He's got to make it up Death Mountain, though, because I believe we get that Moon Pearl, and then our Blue Mail is in Mini Moldorm Cave, right?
Believe her. Oh, I thought her Moon Pearl was up on the Bonk Chest in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, I meant Moon Pearl was there, and then the Blue Mail so that he could stop dying to things like the Lionels. That's could have conveyed that better. Also, yeah, boots in the dark. That was a very late hint. Yeah, this seed. All of the minor hints, I think, have been locked behind the point where they would have actually been hints.
And those Lionels are not being kind to Quizbowl. They're he's trying to get hit by the fireball so he can damage boost through them, but the fireball is not hitting him. So he's trying to walk through them, and if you walk into them, it is 4 hearts, and it's causing him to die because the Lionels are having Stormtrooper aim right now. Yeah, I mean, it's such a shame because I want this seed to give him at least a little break, you know, and this is just more of what he's been having to deal with, having to just push through all of these deaths just to get that little bit of progress, and all he needs is just one thing from back here. There he goes. He gets bodied, but he survived. Oh, no! I'm not going to say it.
Oh, Quiz.
I saw that fireball coming. I was hoping he'd see it coming. It lined up in just the wrong way there.
But still, without skipping a beat, he is back up there, climbing up that mountain. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan, it looks like he has cleared out Turtle Rock, and do we think this is the swamp play?
It might be. It's a green pendant, so it's actually worth 7 items.
And that would be, I believe, 6, counting the left side hint we received.
Right. So yeah, it's worth the 6 it originally was. And Quizbowl is in Hookshot Cave.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. So now, for Quizbowl, by comparison... So, by comparison, the rest of this seed will be a cool spring breeze.
And Dead Rocks.
Oh, there'd have to be at least one more.
So, and with that, he's going to leave Death Mountain behind for a while. He's been up there long enough. He's going to take care of Kakariko now.
Yeah, Kakariko's got all that value. He's had Titan's Mitts for how long now? Been unable to capitalize on them. I'd definitely be tired of Death Mountain. Would not want to see another bit of it.
Going through that sequence for that long, though, it takes a toll on you, just physically and emotionally, just being stuck over and over, trying the same thing over and over. And the fact that he's still going, in fact that even that bomb, just being able to show a little bit of emotion to it. I mean, he's persevering through it, and he'll get through it.
Yeah, he's been putting in a very healthy showing for how this seed. I don't think I've ever seen somebody been stuck like that for that long in a seed, but he has pushed through it. He got through it, and he is not letting it keep him down. He is going through the rest of this seed at full tilt, and not the salt tilt. So yeah, in Kakariko, grabbing some offensive power, grabbing those fetch quest items.
He's got a sword, something he wanted over an hour and a half ago.
That's right, and with that blue mail, he can, when he has to go back on Death Mountain, which we know will have to be sooner rather than later for that hammer, we'll be able to just laugh at those Lionels and Dead Rocks that have been trolling him for so long.
Also, the stairwell in Swamp Palace eats another victim.
Yep, Hitsuyan opting to go back, check out that big key chest before taking out Argus.
Sick kid saying sticks and stones may break his bones, so here, have the sticks.
That's right.
Hitsuyan going with the wow, how did he not get hit there?
Going for the silver arrows there, add a little bit of swag despite having the golden sword. Still no Ice Rod after having cleared Swamp Palace, but we do have that green pendant. So, how much... Where are you thinking for the Ice Rod?
Well, I think the next thing you do is turn in that green pendant.
I'm sure that's what he's probably going to do, but you personally, where do you want to see that Ice Rod?
If I want the troll, Thieves Town Big Chest.
I was actually going to say I want to see it on Blind. I also want to see that in Thieves Town.
Well, remember, he's already turned in the Maiden, so Blind is actually the easier one to get to.
That's true. I wonder if he decides to go to Thieves Town, if which one would come up first.
What's quick?
Quiz is like a student in detention opting to write his name into this seed that he is rightfully annoyed at.
Yeah, I think that little bit of rebellion was well deserved. Oh,
so that's right. We still have not checked Spike Cave. And speaking of annoying places to look. I don't think we got the purple chest hint this seed, did we?
I do believe you're right on that. Alright, so Hitsuyan is over in Dark Chapel. He's going... This looks like Thieves Town.
No flute? Skull Woods. Oh, that's right, the back of Skull Woods.
I thought we found both items.
You know, it's been a long time. I honestly do not recall. Shoutouts to chat for an amazing pun. Take the seed and shovel it.
That was probably what Quizbowl was putting in.
Yeah, if you could read his mind. Hitsuyan just quickly blazing his way through Skull Woods here. He has not had to deal with the level of repetition and tedium that Quizbowl does, but kind of how, by the way, he's moving and acting, I feel like he's probably starting to get a little tired of this seed as well.
He might be thinking that he's a little bit behind, possibly, because of the amount he's been checking.
That's a great point.
Anytime you're sitting one item from go mode for that long, and the fact that he did a dud of a swamp palace, nothing in there, when you full clear a pendant dungeon and come up with absolutely nothing, it makes you think for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely something that I'll want to ask him once we're done with this race. Because, I mean, no matter what he's thinking, I don't think there's any way he could be envisioning that this race is in the place that it is right now.
Oh, hey, there's Nice Rod.
1 hour, 48 minutes, and 2 seconds. Hitsuyan has entered Go mode.
Now, great thing about Turtle Rock in inverted mode, you can just go straight to Laser Bridge. As long as you have a key to get to Trinex.
That's right, and I think Hitsuyan does have the necessary key. I believe he cleared everything up to that point of Turtle Rock. We'll have to see.
And Quizbowl getting some red goo from the ferry. And almost jumping down the wrong hole. It wouldn't be the first time we saw that this seed. Oh yeah, Hitsuyan didn't spend a single key.
Wow, look at that. 4 keys. Damn.
Yeah, that's all 4 keys that come in chests in Turtle Rock. Then again, when you enter the doors from the back, you can go through the door without spending a key.
Yep, that is true. All right, here we go. Hitsuyan starting up his Gold Sword Trinex, 3 slashes per head. Let's see if he can get that 0 cycle. Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh, just missing it.
Yeah, Trinix can be mean like that. So after this Trinix kill, there's a game we like to play. Where in Ganon's Tower do you think the big key is? You'll make your guess 1 to 22. We will start that game right after the crystal is lifted.
Dark, what number are you looking for?
I'm thinking 17. If you go straight left, that would be last chest of Ice Armos.
The edge of 17, huh?
Yeah, we'll go 17. What are you thinking?
I just went with 13 because it's traditionally an unlucky number, and this has been feeling like an unlucky seed so far.
Fair enough.
Our runners doing a slight high five there as they go past each other. Hitsuyan heading for Ganon's Tower, which, due to the nature of the inverted seed, is going to be located in the normal location of Castle Tower in the Light World.
And just a little hammer hit over there to Sasha, like, no, bad.
He's going to want to hit him again after seeing the contents of his closet.
No, not this time.
Okay, so Hitsuyan has officially entered Ganon's Tower. Let's see what we see.
Well, that's 1 and 2.
Yeah, nothing too interesting yet.
We're going to go right side first, it looks like. So I've been so used to seeing inverted seeds be Aga seeds that I was thinking, oh, just warp to Light World, save quit, and you're at the tower.
Yeah, it was definitely weird seeing him have to go down to the Swamp Palace teleporter and go up manually. So that was chest 3, 4, 5, and 6. Still no big key. And we got number 7 on our torch here. Let's see what we find.
Wrong size. Also, rip Bob. Here we go in the Stalfos room, number 8. And 9. Weren't we asking for these like an hour or so ago?
Yeah, like we wanted these so much earlier in the seed. So that is chest 11, and yeah, getting the inventory completion room here.
I don't see a blue boomerang.
But you don't see that on your inventory as a blank spot.
Touche.
I outwitted you, sir. For the first time and only time in this seed.
All right, so I believe we're heading toward chest 13. I think.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes, this is 13. All right. I had to double check my count. because Rando Room is 14 through 17. Bob's Chest is 18. 19 through 21 would be Ice Armos. And 22 would be Tile Room, as usual.
That's right.
And there it is.
Oh my!
That was 17.
That was 17. You win, Dark.
And congratulations to Quirky Geek 17 for guessing 17 as well.
Okay, so we've got Hitsuyan starting up his gauntlet. Quizbowl going for his Armos kill. And there we go. Just under 2 hours. Quizbowl getting his first crystal of this painful, painful seed for him. He has suffered long and hard for that crystal, more than I think I've ever seen a player.
Yeah, an hour 57, Quizbowl getting that first crystal. As he said, it well deserved at this point.
Meanwhile, Hitsuyan having a little bit of difficulty there with that room. He's opting to go on with his 2.5 hearts.
Hitsuyan is running up Ganon's tower. He is making some time through here.
Yeah, that butter sword, half magic, all the items you could possibly want. Interesting bonk over the gap strat. I'm not sure I've seen that before.
So it looks like we're not going to see a hover on Hitsuyan's side, but clean Moldorm kill. Butter sword just carving right through him.
And Hitsuyan opting to turn his nose up at that last treasure chest. Not at all surprising given that loadout. I mean, even beyond the items, I mean, 17 hearts. There's... What more could you ask for?
Well, that Helmasaur just moving just when he had the lineup for the machine gun there.
Yeah, Quizbowl having to line up those shots a little carefully, finding that bug net. Uh, that was upsetting before, feeling almost a little bit tragic now as we are just under 2 hours. Just seeing the 2-hour mark, Quiz getting his second crystal. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan taking down Agatu with a double.
Now, Hitsuyan's going to need to be careful on this Ganon fight, because I just looked up his arrow count. What do you notice about it?
So I'm seeing a 0 and a 4. Now, I know those are numbers, and if I remember correctly, one of those numbers is the required number of arrows for the 4th phase.
I'll give you a hint. That number's not 0.
Could it be 4?
Now, I'm pretty sure Hitsuyan is able to do silverless if it comes down to it, but when you have the silver arrows, you want to land it, because for each arrow he misses, that is going to be 3 silverless spins he's going to have to do on the final phase.
Yep, that is a great point. I mean, he is definitely in a position to push through that if it happens, but not something you want to see, especially given that we are over the 2-hour mark on this seed. Probably is eager to finish up, and probably a little shocked that he has not seen a dot done from Quizbowl yet.
You find the silver arrows in the light world. Yes, we just don't have a lot of them.
So Hitsuyan has buttered up the pig to perfection. Now he just has to keep the torches lit to smoke it up. And by that I mean smoked barbecue, of course.
Oh, he's being safe with those arrows. He could have hit the double, but he decided not to.
There we go.
Hitsuyan with the empty bow, raising the sword up high, about to cross the threshold. Hitsuyan wins with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Get your GGs in chat. I'm seeing a lot of GGGs. I know we can see more. There are more of you out there. Come on. Let's hear it for Hitsuyan making his way through this extremely trolly seed.
And I would like to make a note real quick. For those of you saying, oh, Quizbowl's waiting for that dot done, there is no forfeit. Quizbowl is pressing on.
You saw Quiz, you saw his persistence, you saw what he would do in order to finish this seed. You think he would just stop because it was taking him a little bit of time? No.
And we're joined by Hitsuyan. Hello.
Hello, guys. GG's.
GG's. So, what do you think about that seed?
Yeah, the seed was incredible at the start. You have to go Death Mountain to get flippers, I think. Then you have to flipper on the right side to get mirror, to get the bow and T-Rock, to get the boots, and then to get an hookshot cave to Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
And I sequence breaked it. That was very good for me, I think. And then I know that T-Rock had an item hookshot or bow to get the Moon Pearl. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those cases where the sequence break actually helped figure out where progression was. But, oh,
yeah,
that
at
changed.
the end, I hundered the seed. I have only Thieves Town left and Smith and Purple Chest. And Big Chest Skullwoods.
Didn't you also have the big chest in Thieves Town?
No, one item left in Thieves Town and Skullwoods.
Yeah, that's pretty close to a hundo though.
So, how are you feeling about the seat in terms of where you were progress-wise compared with your opponent?
Yeah, I thought I was behind the whole seat because I hunted and died sometimes at the start of the game.
Yeah, this opening was brutal. Quizbowl had quite a bit of difficulty finding the bow in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that was it was very difficult to watch. As you said, you did a sequence break when you went into pod and you grabbed those boots first. Quizbowl followed a very similar strategy. However, his pod dip did end just before he got to the Dark Maze and got those boots. Those boots might have gotten him into the Hookshot Cave to get that Moon Pearl early, but unfortunately, he was stuck in this sort of null state between either I sequence break pod for the boots or I have to go through Turtle Rock. And it seemed like when he was pushing Turtle Rock, he was focusing on the laser bridge and not the chain chomp area where we knew the seed was logically leading us to that bow.
Yes, that's right. Laser bridge was not in logic at this point. I don't know, it can be only chain jump room, or I don't know if you can kill to get the small key for the big chest key. If it's possible to kill the mob with bombs.
I happen to know from experience that you can kill those pokies with bombs. It's highly annoying. And something that I would not blame anyone for leaving for last.
I mean, in general, this seed was. I mean, it was a very linear seed, as we noted, but very brutal in terms of the necessary plays. So yeah, it's hard to blame anybody for, not wanting to do to make any of the decisions that ended up being required.
Yeah, both times my inverted pick is popping off. Both my enemies struggled in the inverted seat so far. I hope Gem did it too. Tomorrow.
So yeah, you did select this seed. Obviously, I mean, you have won this race. I mean, are you still feeling good about inverted overall, or are there some other options you might be looking at in your future games?
No, I like inverted and probably stay with it. But sometimes I struggle too in inverted. That happens. I was very lucky that I don't get a hit from the chain jumps, so that was good for me.
Yeah, sometimes just a chain jump going the wrong way can completely change how a seed goes.
Yeah, I am definitely impressed by A, getting through the seed, and B, the fact that this seed has not turned you off of inverted entirely. So I'm looking forward to seeing your future performance in the tournament. Do you have any races scheduled coming up?
Yeah, tomorrow I have a race. That was the question, huh?
Yep. So, folks, if you're watching, not sure if we have a restream scheduled for it or not, but at 2:30 EST, it's going to be Hitsuyan versus Gem. Same settings as this seed. So, if you might want to see if this seed can be even more ferocious, that's going to be the time for it.
I think it's going to be rough to top this opening, though.
Yeah, in terms of the combination of low gear and seed knowledge for this being this inverted mode being the newest feature of the randomizer, it's hard to imagine a more cruel combination than what we just saw. I mean, I'm sure somebody could come up with it. I'm sure chat's going to spit out some ideas at us right now, but this was definitely not kind.
So I missed that. Apparently we found Hitsuyan's missing boomerang.
Oh wow, what places were even skipped?
Skullwood's big chest.
Oh, that's right, because Ice Rod was in the back.
So Quizbowl's still going through here. He's up to 3 crystals and 1 pendant.
Yep, and that was a good pendant to clear, because that's just one location beyond what we needed for the Ice Rod, which we know we're going to need to finish out this seed.
So I'm trying to remember where exactly that book was, but I think Quizbowl is currently just a book and a Hyrule Castle die from Go mode.
Yeah, that book was, oh man. Was that Spiral Cave?
I thought Quizbowl did Spiral Cave.
Castle was just the cane and the hookshot, I believe, in the Zelda section of Escape.
Oh, we had a literate king. Okay.
That's right.
Depending on how Quizbowl routes this, he may have a thinner inventory than Hitsuyan did.
Yeah, we know he's not going to need either the Quake or the Bombos medallion. Unfortunately, I'm still struggling to remember where those turned up. But speaking of thin inventories, he still does not have those silver arrows. That's right, we had Bombos and Cane of Berna in the randomizer room.
Oh yeah, we were saying we would like to see those a while ago.
Yep, in the first, 15 minutes of the seeds that we could gain access to Ice Palace and kill Blind.
All on 3 hearts. Yo, maybe that would have been more kind in the Chain Shop room.
Maybe. I've seen those kinds of inverted seeds that do require you to do something like a Cane of Samaria blind with 3 hearts. Normally, runners are not a fan.
Or a 3-heart Cane of Samaria Aga Tower climb.
You know, I think I've seen that too. It's not pretty.
No, it's not. At least in those cases, though, you don't die in 1 hit.
You know, that is a fair selling point in favor of those alternative trolls.
So, unfortunately, without the red cane yet, Quizbowl is not going to be able to progress much further here.
That's right. It looks like he might attempt the fire locked areas.
I'm trying to remember if he got the hint or not.
I don't think we got the hint from Meyer. I think we only got the swamp and the pyramid fairy hint.
But I thought when we were in Swamp, you said we only got the Pyramid Fairy and Meyer hint.
No. I'm pretty sure I stuck with Swamp and Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said that. I know I've said a lot of things that aren't true this seed, but I'm confident about that.
I'm usually the one that messes things up in these commentaries. I'm not used to keeping them straight.
Well, I'm glad to have helped you with this exciting new experience then, because I am definitely not the responsible one here.
Well, there's the second item, so Quizbowl is going to be getting out of Dodge.
Yep, so now where is he going to head next? Looking like... still can't do desert.
He's is next to Swamp.
Yeah, this could be a swamp play.
Swamp is 6 to 7 items, depending on if he's got the hint that there's a useless item. Oh, he's going past it.
That's right. It was, you said 7 for swamp, and then I said it was only 6 because of the hint. I remember now. Oh, and subverting expectations, he is going for Ice Palace.
It is a crystal he can clear, so it's a good play.
So I guess the question now is, how long until Quiz decides to head for that Zelda escape sequence? He could still visit Thieves' Town, clear it out. He could find that book in King's Tomb and clear out Desert Palace as well.
Considering there's no dock over back where he jumped from, so he would have to loop around to get back to Swamp. So he might mirror and do the castle escape right after this. There's a chance he might do that. Now, unfortunately, that will give him a lot more locations to check before that book.
That's true, and especially because that book is what's locking us from that flute on the desert ledge, which would definitely help him save time with all of these additional overworld checks.
And getting the numpty hint.
Probably feeling justifiably angry about that hint.
Spikes plus moving floor equals more aggravation.
Yeah, this seed just from Quizbowl's perspective, he probably just feels like it's kicking him while he's down.
And yet he's still running. So you have to admire the perseverance here. He's still going.
That's right. I mean, you know, I won't name names, but I have seen people rage quit for much less than he has gone through tonight.
Yeah, every experience helps make you a better runner. And yeah, he knows he already knows that he's lost because you can see the dot done in IRC. But running through the seed helps you figure out how best to do better.
That's right. I mean, walking away from the scene now, I mean, it might feel, you know, good to just step away, take a couple deep breaths, but all of what he's learning right now is going to be additional information for the next time he has to deal with one of these inverted seeds. You know, he's not going to be wondering about that Turtle Rock area. He's going to know, even if he's not thinking about it intentionally, whether or not that's accessible.
Quizbowl's coming up to Ice Tea Room. He's going full clear of this Ice Palace, see what's in here. Unfortunately, it's not going to progress him further. He still has to go over to Hyrule Castle to get his Red Cane and his Hook Shot. And he's still got to go to King's Tomb to get his book, and he'll be in go mode.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be obviously disappointing not seeing anything in the dungeon, but it is at least progress, you know. That is another crystal out of the way.
He's going to use Green Goo and go back to that Fire Rod, so he's got it out for Cold Stare.
Or maybe he's thinking of being an angel investor into the deep-fried cotton candy business. Just throwing it out there.
I mean, deep-fried cotton candy might be okay, but when you start to add the eyeballs, it starts to get kind of... yeah, no. I don't want to know where you're getting those.
But you see, Quizbowl has the tempered sword, so now we're talking bacon-wrapped eyeballs. Huh?
Still don't want to know where you're getting those eyeballs.
The Cold Stare looks like he has eyes, that's all. I don't eat eyes IRL much.
I mean, if this was the festive, the festive seeds, then yeah, we'd have all the clouds away, and yeah, that'd be eyeballs right under there.
Chat, I see your objections, but I've never tried it personally, but I do know for a fact that deep-fried butter exists. And if you can deep fry butter, you can probably find some way to deep fry cotton candy.
I've heard of deep fried ice cream.
All right, so back on less about awful food and more about our seed here. Quiz is going into a Swamp Palace. He's going to make the dive. He can't complete it without Hookshot, and we know there won't be even any of that value on the left side. Not 100% sure if Quiz got that hint or not. So he might be thinking that left side could hold items for him.
I'm mildly curious at this point. Where was that shield again? Because Quizbowl still doesn't have a shield, and Hitsuyan has had a shield.
So we know one's in Pyramid Fairy. Okay, I think that's all I got.
That's less than what Hitsuyan got.
Hitsuyan, are you still here with us, or have you wandered away by now?
I'm here.
Do you remember where you got that shield?
Oh,
Hookshot Cave. It was in Hookshot Cave.
it can. I don't remember. Because it's not an important item, sorry.
Well, Quizbowl remembered the left side swamp hen because he got what he could without that, and he is gone.
That's right. Good move by him.
Now we're getting a Lost Woods check here. Not going to be able to check the pet because he still needs that book.
Just as well, since I believe the ped just had 3 bombs in this seed.
He's getting the news that at least it's not an Aga seed.
Hey, it's not great information, but definitely an easier pill to swallow than the rest of this seed has been.
And there's the book.
All right, so Quiz with that knowledge, he's got those tablets open to him now, and Desert Palace. And of course that ped check.
And getting the free heal there.
Oh,
That was the shield.
yeah, that was the shield.
To be fair, shields are pretty useless.
course, we say that on a seed where both of our runners died. I don't even know how many times to Laser Bridge.
You raise a fair point. But also, Laser Bridge wasn't in logic.
Absolutely true. Yeah. Oh, man.
Take both points, call it even?
Agreed.
So Quizbowl's taking the portal over here. I'm pretty sure he's not going to Swamp because he was already there. So where is he headed to now? Oh, he got that
Almost
book. He's going to Desert.
Yeah, Bombos and Desert, I'm thinking. So this isn't too bad. More good progress, but after this this desert check, he's got to get to Zelda and that part of the escape sequence. There's nowhere else for him to go.
Oh, hey, there were the silvers. I mean, he's getting stuff that we generally do not complain about. Now, I believe both items were in the right side. It's going to be a question of, does he go right first or does he check the big chest first?
And it looks like he's going to grab that big chest.
I want a burrito now. We found another burrito. I guess at least this isn't Key Sandy where those burritos are out in the world and taking out other good checks.
Speaking of good checks, the single green rupee.
I think he already found the other one, so Quizbowl found both the single dollars. And I'm pretty sure Hitsuyan found them too. Quizbowl grabbing his flute. I kind of, I know this is bad to think, but I wonder if we're going to see some deep fried duck later from this seed.
Wonder if a duck burrito is something that exists.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's easy enough to make exist.
Because I will tell you, I have had a duck quesadilla before, and it was outstanding.
Well, Thanksgiving over in America is coming up in about 3 weeks, so about the right season for it.
Yes, the legendary turducken.
I've heard of it. I've never had it. It sounds amazing.
I don't think any of us have ever actually had it, to be honest.
It's that legendary thing that we know exists. We've just never seen it.
Okay, and Quizbowl grabbing his 5th seed, or crystal in this seed. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. If Quizbowl gets 5 seats like this, I think he would probably shoot his computer.
I could see some hostility being warranted after just a couple of these seeds. So Quiz is heading immediately over to Kakariko, gonna activate that flute. Dark Shadow.
This isn't a flute play.
Oh, is this the thieves? Oh! He is going to clean this place out before activating that flute.
Ooh, that is rough. Well, I mean, these are a couple of spots that we did not see from Hitsuyan.
That's true, but we did already find that bloomerang. I'm not sure what else could be hiding here. Maybe another one of those shields.
And in the big chest in Thieves Town, we have $300.
I think Quiz was keeping track of his dungeon items, knows that there must be either a compass or a map on blind, so now he is headed back to the light world.
It was specifically a map.
A map, gotcha. Or I'm sorry, should I say a burrito?
Burrito.
Possibly a deep fried burrito.
Do I need to invest in a deep fryer now?
I don't own one, so maybe?
All rise for the Hyrule National Anthem.
Or you can stay seated if you want, you know, whatever. We're flexible here.
Quizbowl has released the geese.
The goose is loose. The fowl is on the prowl.
The ducks amok.
The bird's the word.
I'm not singing. At least not that.
I can only thank you for that.
And Quizbowl is going to check the ped.
So Quizbowl looks like he is opting to dive further into Turtle Rock from that midpoint, probably hoping he can find some items and avoid needing the Cane of Samaria.
Quizbowl's opting to save his magic.
All right, heading back to Death Mountain.
I think he might have problem controlling his speed, or he's just trying to slow down. It's gotta feel good being able to charge through those Lionels at the end, though.
Yeah, after taking all those deaths, just being able to completely ignore them has to feel good.
I think we're about to see an ether check. If I remember, this is a bottle.
I think you are correct.
Well, at least I had you fooled.
Wait, that was a sword? But I thought we had tempered and gold swords were both on bosses.
No, I think we had... No, we couldn't... We had two swords in one dungeon.
Yeah, that was, Ice Palace, right? No, it wasn't Ice Palace. I don't know. I can't remember anymore.
We're going on for about the 2 hour and 50-minute mark, and Quizbowl is going into escape. He will be getting his Cane of Samaria and his hook shot shortly.
Here we go. This is the play.
Okay, he's still going. I've seen cases where someone's gotten progression and then noped out and checked one of the pendants.
That's right, and he will be able to nope out here in just a second as he gets to his Cane of Samaria. Samaria. But unfortunately, just as Quiz is approaching his Cane of Samaria, we are going to have to sign off here. I'll give him a couple more seconds, pick this up. And there we go. At 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 59 seconds, Quizbowl has moved into go mode. Unfortunately, we will not be able to show you the completion of this race after Quiz's titanic efforts to conquer this seed. We have got another race coming up here very shortly. That is going to be Korek versus Aerolus. Another fall 2018 randomizer race for you. I hope you've enjoyed this one as much as we have. I have been Tao Decay. We just want to give a quick shout out. Please follow Speed Gaming 2 through 6, ALTTP Randomizer, ALTTP Randomizer 2 through 5. Shout out to our tracker Regaro and to my co-commentator Dark Shadows 59, who I will give final word to.
Hey, it's been a blast commentating with you. All of you, be sure to stick around for the next race. Until next time, watch out for chain chomps.
And please follow both of our runners. Good night.